Welcome, welcome to the Mind Fuck Podcast. I fucking love this intro. Welcome once again, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am uber grateful you're here. My name is Wonu Aleshe, and sometimes I do go by Amazing Soul. FCK stands for fun, compassion, and kindness. Now, on the Mindfuck podcast, what we essentially talk about is nervous system regulation, how to safely build trust between your brain and your body, and also trying to reconnect with parts of ourselves that we may have forgotten along the journey, aka our inner child. Now, before I get into the main episode of today, I have a little tradition where I read a list. It's titled Reminders to Being Human. Now, the intention behind reading that list is to remind myself, but also in the hopes of reminding you on your journey. All right. Reminders to being human. Have fun along your journey. Show yourself compassion. Be kind to others. Being complex and being simple can hold true in the same breath. Stay curious. Hold space for pauses. Hold space for not knowing. Never underestimate the power of silence. Nature has a lot of wisdom. Pay attention. There is power in we than I. If nothing else makes sense, come back to love. Pain is our greatest teacher. And the very last one, never underestimate your ripple of existence. Now let's get into the fun part of the show. All right. I want you to picture something simple. It's a random Sunday morning. Nothing special is happening. You wake up, not fully rested, but you're not exhausted either. You're kind of in between, and your alarm goes off, and you reach for your phone, and before your feet even touches the ground, your mind is already replaying something. Maybe it's a conversation from yesterday. Maybe it's that text message you sent. Maybe it's something small that shouldn't matter as much as it does, right? And there's this quiet thought sitting underneath all of that. And you ask yourself, why am I here again? You've already thought about this pattern. You've already reflected on it. You've already understood this thought. I mean, you can literally explain why you think that way, where it came from, why it started, what it's connected to. You get all that, right? And yet, here you are again. Same feeling, same reaction, same mental loop. Now, my friend, I want to talk to you about that exact moment today on the podcast. Not from a place of fixing it, but from a place of really seeing what's happening. Because I have been there in my personal life more times than I can count. I remember there was this one phase in my life where I kept noticing the same thing show up in my relationship. I mean, different people, different environment, different conversation, but the same internal experience in my body. The same thing. I mean, I will send a message, nothing dramatic, just a normal text message. And after a few moments, if the response did not come the way I expected, or the response came late, or the tone of the other person felt slightly off, my body will shift. Not loudly, not dramatically, but just enough. I mean, I would literally feel a small tightness in my chest. I will feel a slight drop in my stomach. And then the thought that will spiral will say in my mind, I would remember thinking to myself, damn, did I say something wrong? Okay, did I do too much? Okay, should I have worded that text message differently? And those are the thoughts that will keep going on in my brain. And what's interesting is this: I knew what was happening. I had already done the work. I understood where that pattern was coming from. I mean, I understood how it connected to my childhood. I understood the conditioning. I understood the why. What was driving that behavior? I understood that. But just understanding that behavior did not stop me from reacting that way. And I'll tell you this, that used to frustrate the fuck out of me very, very deeply. Because there is this idea that once you understand something logically, you should be free from it. No, it doesn't work like that way. Like awareness should automatically equal change. No, it doesn't work that way. That's not how it works. At least not in the way most of us think about it. Let me slow this down for you, my friend, because this is the part I did not see for a long time on my journey. Understanding happens in your mind. Your patterns, though, they live in your body. So you see, what was happening for me was my mind was catching up, but my body, though, was still operating from something older, something familiar, something that had been practiced over and over and over and over again for decades. And here's the part, my friend, that changed everything for me on my journey. The pattern wasn't showing up because I did not understand it. No, the pattern was showing up because my body still felt safer repeating that old pattern, that old programming. And I know that might sound strange because some of these patterns, they don't feel good. They feel uncomfortable as fuck. And they can also feel very frustrating. They can feel heavy. I know this because I've experienced this in my own life. But the reason why our bodies keep repeating it because they're familiar. And the body often chooses what's familiar over unfamiliarity. That's what the body does. So even if peace is what you want in your life, if it's unfamiliar, your body might resist it. And this is where I used to get so stuck in my life because I kept trying to think my way out of something that wasn't being created by thinking. It was created by lived experience. Now, let me give you another example. Let's just say you're at work, or maybe you're at home, right? And you have something you need to do, nothing too big, just a simple task. And you sit there and you hesitate. Let's just say you open your laptop and then you close it. You pick up your phone and you scroll on social media and you put it down. And there's this quiet tension in your body. Like you want to move forward, right? But something feels like it's holding you back. And then the spiral thoughts come and you're just saying to yourself, why am I procrastinating this again? Or I already know what to do. Why, this is so damn simple. Why do I keep procrastinating? And again, you understand the pattern logically in your brain. You really do. You've watched tons of videos and content about it. You've even reflected on it and be like, okay, this is where I repeat the same pattern. You've even told other people how to move through that pattern, right? But in that moment, your body's still not moving. No, there is a gap. That's what's happening. There is a gap. And that's the space most of us don't talk about. The space between understanding something and integrating it in your body. And I'll tell you this from lived experience. Integration is not something you force. Integration is something you build capacity for. For me, I didn't see this for a very, very long time because I thought for a long time I needed more information. I thought I needed more insight. I thought I needed more clarity. No. But what I actually needed was I needed more safety in my body. That's what I needed. Because I'll tell you this, my friend, if your body doesn't feel safe, your body will default to what it knows, even if what it knows is what you're trying to move away from. That's the body's intelligence. I remember a moment in my life where this really clicked for me. It was probably late at night and I was laying in bed, the lights were off, and my phone was next to me. And my mind was looping. I mean, same spiral thoughts, same thought patterns, same story that my brain was creating. And instead of trying to analyze what was going on in real time or try to fix it or try to understand it again, I did something different. I paused. I didn't try to change what was happening. I didn't change anything. I didn't try to calm myself down. I didn't try to tell myself, okay, well, no, do the right thing. No, I didn't do any of that. I just noticed as I was laying on my bed what was happening in my body in real time. I mean, I noticed the sensation in my chest. I noticed the tightness. I noticed the urge to think more because that's what the brain does. And I stayed there. I just stayed. Maybe 30 seconds, right? And nothing magical happened. No. The thoughts did not disappear. No. The feeling did not vanish. No. But something in that moment, something subtle started to shift. I started to realize I wasn't inside the pattern anymore. I was simply observing myself. And over time, those small moments, 30 seconds here, 1 minute there, they started to add up. Not in a dramatic way. It wasn't overnight, but slowly over time, my body started to learn something new. My body started to learn that it did not need to react immediately. My body started to react that it did not need to go into the same loop. My body started to learn that there was another option, choice. And that, my friend, is how patterns start to loosen in your life. It's not through force, it's not through pressure, it's not through figuring it out harder. No. It's through creating small everyday moments where your body experiences something different. Now, I want to bring this back to you, my friend, because if you're listening to this right now, there is probably a pattern in your life right now. Something that just keeps showing up over and over and over again. Something you are tired of repeating. Something you've already thought about very, very deeply, right? And you might be asking yourself this question: what am I not seeing? But maybe the question isn't, what am I not seeing? Maybe the real question is, what is my body still holding on to that is familiar? Because that's where the work is, my friend. That's the real work. It's not in adding more understanding. No, no, no. You've already done all the understanding that you need to do. But it's in creating new lived experiences for your body. Small ones, simple ones, everyday ones, repeatable ones. That's the work. It's like noticing, for example, noticing your feet on the ground when you wake up before you grab your phone. It's like taking one slow breath without trying to change anything. It's like pausing for a moment before you react to that text message or that email. Now, these seem very small, almost too simple to follow. But that, my friend, is how you build something new for your body. Because your body doesn't change through big realizations. No, your body changes through repetition. Consistency is the name of this game. And this is the part that requires a lot of goddamn patience. Because I'll tell you this, there were days on my journey where I felt like nothing was changing. There were days in my life where the pattern still showed up. There were days in my life where I still reacted. There were days in my life where I still went into the loop. And I remember thinking to myself, what is the fucking point of all this shit? That ass. But what I didn't see in those moments was that something was changing in the background. My awareness became quicker. My pauses were slightly longer. My reactions to things in my life were slightly softer. And over time, my friend, those small shifts became something bigger. Over time, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't linear. It was human as fuck. That's the power of showing your body new lived experiences. So if you're at a place right now, my friend, in your life where you understand yourself so deeply, but you still feel stuck in the same cycles, I'll tell you this, my friend, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just in the part of the process that most people don't talk about. It's the slow part. It's slow as fuck. It's boring as fuck initially. It's quiet. And initially, it looks like nothing is happening. But I'll tell you this, my friend, everything is happening. And I want to leave you with this today. The next time the same pattern in your life shows up, instead of trying to stop the pattern or try to fix it or try to understand it again, don't do any of that. Just pause. Just pause and just notice what is happening in your body in real time. You're not noticing to change anything. You're not noticing to judge yourself for repeating the same pattern. No, that's not what's happening. You're just noticing to become aware, to see what's happening in your body in real time. Excuse me. Because sometimes that's the first step, awareness, and finally allowing your body to move differently. It's not because you forced it, no, but because your body is starting to feel safe enough. Woo. Safety is the key word here, my friend. Your body is trying to feel safe enough to choose something new. And that, honestly, it takes time, but it's happening. Even when it doesn't feel like it is. As always, my dear friend, I want to thank you so much for taking time out to listen. I want to thank you so much for being here. And I'm sending you so much love from my heart to yours. Thank you.